Innovation is the lifeblood of any organization. Innovation enables companies to adapt to market and technology changes, survive recessions, and create whole new market opportunities. Innovative companies generate higher profit margins, higher stock values, and they create more jobs. Not surprisingly, many procedures, processes, and techniques have been developed to help map out innovation. But being innovative is not just about adopting some procedures. Think of what companies went through to create supply chain management. Single departments like procurement or inventory management that used to work in isolation were linked up into a company-wide system to manage everything involved with production, from buying parts to delivering finished goods. And when you have a system, people in all the departments can get together to continually improve this company-wide process. Just like supply chain, innovation is not something that single departments like R&D can do off in a corner. Innovation also involves the entire company working together in a coherent system. Innovation management is a discipline that organizes work to create and maintain this company-wide innovation system. Definitions highlight the essence of innovation management. Invention is the generation of novel and useful ideas. Innovation is the transformation of those ideas into a package of features and benefits. This package must meet customer needs with wow, cool technologies and designs that really solve customers' real problems better than anything else. Innovative companies must continually weave together technologies, design, marketing, and other key specialties into whole products, whole technology platforms, and a whole company. Innovation management is about creating and managing all these links over time. The question now, how to organize the work of hundreds or even thousands of people who may be spread around the world so they can continually integrate what they know and can do. To answer this question, I draw on my research over the past 25 years based on hundreds of interviews with innovators at dozens of companies, including some of the consistently best innovative firms. Our answer in a nutshell: innovation management is a system composed of 4 development processes: new product development, new capabilities development, new business development, and new strategy development. Innovative companies engage everyone in innovation by organizing all the work into these 4 processes. To explain this innovation management system, I tell the story of my research. I started in the mid-1980s, and back then not many companies were truly innovative. Companies did produce new products from time to time, but doing so was galling, like passing a corporate gallstone. My first study asked, how do companies understand customer needs for new products? The biggest cause for new product failure, back then and now, is the failure to meet customer needs. So this is an important question. I found that people in each department know something essential about customer needs, but their knowledge is partial, just a piece of the whole picture. Salespeople understand the buying process, engineers know a lot about product functionalities, manufacturing ships products to customers so they know how products fit into customer operations, but it's necessary to merge these different departmental perspectives into a complete package. So the first innovation process is new product development. This process depends on multifunctional teams who work together on all phases to define, design, develop, and launch new products. Research shows that product innovation is a multifunctional team sport, period. You cannot develop new products sequentially, handing work off from one department to another. A second essential process was revealed as I continued my research. I found that in some organizations, new product teams worked alone, separated, while everyone else worked on normal operations, getting the same old iron out the same old door in the same old way. The innovation teams carried the weight of the entire organization on their shoulders. They had to invent technology for the product inside the innovation team. At a heavy equipment manufacturer, the product team had to invent a new hydraulic system to run their product, and that took years. At a consumer products company, innovators had to create a new manufacturing process with outsiders because the company's own manufacturing focused only on normal production. But in companies that generated streams of new products, innovation teams did not have to carry the weight of all these other problems on their shoulders. They could concentrate on the new product development process because other people developed the technologies for a variety of new products and the flexible manufacturing that applies new techniques. So the second innovation process is new capabilities development, the continued development of technologies, manufacturing, marketing, and other key capabilities to support continuous streams of innovation. These departments do not work in splendid isolation, optimizing their own separate goals. Instead, they support innovation over the long term by creating capabilities that the product development teams can pull together for their products. Research shows that investing in these capabilities underpins the superior profits that innovation generates. But there were still problems. In some companies, even if the new product teams involved all the departments and leveraged capabilities, the business units would not adopt the new products. Businesses worried about short-term revenues and did not want to spend energy building new applications. There was a valley of death between the innovations and the businesses. But in innovative companies, businesses want new products. Business strategies frame the new product development process and the new capabilities development process. Business managers continually match up new products with market opportunities to enhance their long-term revenue streams. So the third innovation process is new business development. Business managers search out new markets, define and redefine business models, and manage product portfolios to generate profits over the long term, not just in the short term. Businesses are managed to regularly introduce innovations, including breakthrough products. As I continued, I found yet another problem. For example, one office products company transformed themselves into a team-based organization. They improved R&D, manufacturing, and marketing for innovation, and they broke themselves up into 10 different businesses, each focused on different market dynamics. So they developed all of the first 3 processes. But the business units were marching off in different directions, even though they required some common technology platforms, because the customers expected that all these machines would work together. But none of the businesses alone could afford to create those platforms. The fourth essential process is new strategy development. This process generates the drive and the wherewithal for continuous innovation across the whole organization. Strategic managers invest in these technology platforms and in other capabilities to support multiple businesses and to keep them all in sync. Strategic managers also stick with the long-term investments, encourage continual experimentation, and make those tough resource allocation decisions. One company I studied had more than 40 business units. To enable their new strategy development process, each business had to stand up before the top management team every 6 months and explain where they are taking their business over the next 3 years. Every 6 months! So strategic managers had a wealth of intelligence about opportunities in their industry. In innovative companies, people work on one of the development processes, although managers may be connected to 2 or more of them. The result? Everyone knows their innovation jobs and who they work with. The simple rule: it is everyone's job to innovate, to contribute his or her expertise to the collective process of value creation. Once you formally recognize these 4 development processes, integrating them is pretty simple. People in all 4 processes are deeply engaged in the same activities. Everyone works on discovering new ideas, on integrating those ideas into workable systems, and on anticipating future opportunities. And remember that we have lots of procedures. Well, these also connect the 4 development processes. For example, stage gate techniques connect product development with business development, while platform management techniques connect capabilities development with strategy development. But now we have new challenges in innovation management. Manufacturing and R&D are no longer enclosed in-house, but instead are open, and they draw on a variety of different organizations. We are familiar with ecology-wide supply chains for operations, but only now we're just thinking about creating ecology-wide supply chains for innovation. Open innovation weaves external knowledge into all 4 development processes. Another challenge: many companies still stumble with radical innovation. By creating the 4 development processes, innovation management creates vibrant networks of experts inside your organization who can easily connect to their external counterparts. With innovation management, you are now organized for all types of innovation, including open and radical innovation.